Hey everybody, so this is my, I don't know, I'm loosely calling this a tutorial because all I can do is tell you what I did and where I got the images, and I'm not sure I can exactly tell you how you can duplicate this project. A lot of it was just trial and error and experimenting, and everybody's printer's different, and I don't know how to tell you exactly how to create this, but I'm going to do my best. And so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I made this haunted vintage television set with a vintage TV guide on top. And I made it look like it had been used, like it was an actual TV guide. And I even found an image that says, has a listing for the October 31st. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to turn this light on. I'm losing this light here. It even has a listing for a guide for October 31st. And I got really lucky with that. That was just luck. And now this TV guide is 1 5/8 by 2 3/8. And I don't know if you'll get that exact measurement when you make yours. And you could do it different sizes, I don't think you'd want to do it super big because the image quality is not going to be very good. Unless you have something or find something that you can do that's better without infringing on copyright or whatnot. This image here is where I got my TV guide, and this is a cropped image. The actual original image is an advertisement on Walmart, and so it wasn't really an actual TV guide that I printed out, if that makes sense. I just printed out an advertisement for TV guide covers. So the quality is not very good, and then I had to crop it so I could get a larger image, because you can imagine the ad was just little teeny tiny TV guides, and so I did have to enlarge this to make this, or crop it to make this bigger. And a lot of it was a guessing game. I had to crop it like 2 or 3 times before I felt like I got it to the point where I could print it out the size I needed. And then I also wanted to have paper to the left of the TV guide, so I rotated the image in my printer or on my computer so that it would print out with paper on the side, like you can see here with this one. And so first I printed it at 4 by 6. It was too small, and then I printed it at 5 by 7. That's what worked for me. You can kind of see where I cropped the image. So anyway, so then I cut both of these out to show you that it's just the same process. So I wanted to have paper on the left so that I could fold this and then just make it into a little book cover. And so all I did, and I didn't even score or use a ruler or anything like that, I just folded it the best I could. I kind of lined up those edges there to keep it straight. And like I said, this is an actual TV guide that you're going to be able to flip through and say, oh, this is a little mini TV guide, and have it a complete little mini TV guide. That's not what this is for. This is basically just something, it's a faux mini TV guide. So it's just something that you can do to give the appearance of a TV guide, and I just tried to make it look like you could open it. I mean, you can open this corner of this page, but that's about it. You can't really open the pages of my TV guide. I just wanted to make it look like you could. So it was all about the appearance, and I wanted to have, you know, little pages peeking through maybe, because you know when you're looking through a book like this and the pages kind of get bent up and everything. So that's the look I was going for. And so now I have my book covers then. So let me go ahead and measure this one. And this is approximately, it's just a little over 2 1/8. So now what I want to do is cut some strips of regular printer paper at the same height as the TV guide. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Then I'm just going to fold them in half all together. So I've got about, I don't know, 3 or 4 strips of paper that are the same height as this. And if they're not, I will just trim them down a little bit. Believe me, I didn't do anything really exact or technical on this. But I just want to fold them all together because you know how sometimes when you fold, those inner pages stick out more than the other pages, just because they've got all that. The outer pages have to take up the room of the fold. So now I'm just going to trim the excess off of the side of the TV guide, and I'm just going to use my scissors, and then I don't show it on camera, but I went ahead and just trimmed a little bit of the excess that was showing on the top there as well. So I think that's about right. Plus I'm going to be filling it with these little images here. Now these images here are just, I don't know, when I printed it, when I hit Google search on vintage TV guides, I found all these images, and they were just little tiny images of TV guides, like listings or something. And so again, I think they were just kind of like examples or advertisements of TV guides and stuff. And so there's not a whole TV guide, it's just like little pages here and there. And so these are going to get cut up because I just printed these wallet size. I mean, you could spend a lot of time trying to make this the exact size as this, but I just don't think I needed to. And I know that maybe the lettering and the wording might be to scale, but I don't, you know, for this particular project, I don't really care. Okay, so now basically I'm just going to, we're just going to trace this size here. And then I'm just going to cut them out with my scissors. And they're not, like I said, they're not going to be full pages because I didn't size it to the guide that I have. I'm just looking for the look of it. You know, I want it to seem like it really is a TV guide, but I'm not going to take the trouble to make a real looking, you know, a real full out TV guide. And then I also printed this one like 2 or 3 times and used it. So I used the top here, then I used the bottom. And you'll see what I did. I mean, you'll be surprised at what I did. I just really fudged the whole thing. So anyway, so now I want it to look like newsprint, and I don't know, this one might be just too dark compared to what I did before, but it might be just spot on, so I'm just going to leave that there for now. But the color I used is from this Color Box Petal Point Mosaic, and so you want something that kind of has a sandy color, and so I'm just really gonna get rid of the white. So I'm gonna ink the edges, and this is just regular printer paper, your average everyday printer paper. And so I do need to ink the edges of all of the covers here, and then I'm also gonna go through and this is pretty light, so I'm having to use a heavy hand here. Sorry for the noise. But yeah, I want all of the pages inked up, at least on the edges. I don't have to do the very middle. But when it's kind of, some of the pages are going to kind of flip up, so you have to do a little bit of the back side too, in case that's showing. I went ahead and inked the edges of my papers, and I just wanted to have it more of that newsprint feel, and so that's what I think I got. Basically now all I'm going to do is start gluing. I'm going to just trim the back of that a little bit. I'm just going to start gluing some of these TV guide pages into my book. Okay, so now I have a lot of the papers glued in. Well, actually all the ones I cut out I've glued in. I don't know if I'm going to do any more. We'll just have to see. So I did glue one on the back side of this one, and basically just in case that one flipped up, because I kind of would love to have that little advertisement showing there. It's an advertisement for a scary movie. And then basically all I did was glue the book together in such a way that I gotta add a little bit more glue here. I didn't get the corner. Just glue it together in such a way that you can't actually open it up all the way and see that it's not real, you know. So I just kind of glued some of the pages down, but at the same time I wanted it to see some of the edges and stuff. So So I kind of just put a little bit of glue in the middle, here and there. And then this also glues the book together. I didn't bind it or do any of that like you're making a real book. It's just an illusion. Now, if you feel like you have a page sticking up a little bit and you need to glue something on the other side, then you could just even kind of glue things that were cut off from the other side, maybe, or what was left over from what we cut before. Like, for example, this little strip here, I could glue on the back of one of the pages if I thought it needed it. If I thought it was sticking up enough that people were going to peek under there. Just, you know, double checking here and flipping through. And like I said, just go ahead and take little bits and pieces and add them in where you think you need to fill it in, if you think that page is going to show, or you can just kind of glue it down a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just trying to manipulate the book. First of all, I'm going to make sure none of these are going to just completely fall out. And then I'm just going to make sure there's no pages that can be fully opened, so that nobody can really totally flip through it. It's okay if some of the corners and edges show, because you did on a lot of, you had that little space in between the actual print and the edge of the paper. So, you know, if you do see a little bits of edges, it's okay. But the ones that are flipped up a lot, you want to make sure those first few pages you can have the TV guide print on there. And I think that's looking pretty good about now. So I think I'm just gonna ink some of these edges up again. Like that. And yeah, so I can have that little page peeking up, and let's see, I don't want that one showing. Like that. Okay, that is it. We have a little mini faux TV guide. Good luck, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I would absolutely love the thumbs up. That really helps me out. And also, if you would subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can join me for my upcoming videos. So if you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, you can see the little albums that I make to go inside the TV guide, or the TV boxes. So anyway, have fun making your TV guide, and I'd love to see a shout out if you made one. And I hope you can find some images to use. Anyway, all right, thanks for watching. Bye.